All right. Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great morning today. Um, I am at the beach today, getting out of bed and enjoying. And so I actually was on the phone with a friend of mine and sometimes student client, depending on which year it is. But we were having some really good conversations about where she's at in her partner's business. They have a storefront. They also have some online elements to their business as well. And it got me thinking about the kind of that, like, some of the fundamental issues that people run into when they're first starting their business. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, especially if you are a mentor or coach or service provider of some sort, because I think it's something that easily gets forgotten or maybe just kind of lost in the sauce because you have so many different marketing business people online that tell you to do this one thing or this other thing and the other thing. And really, there's like two fundamental pieces when it comes to your online business that you need to focus on when you first start. Um, the first is actually knowing who you're talking to or who your customer is, right? This is something that I think a lot of people don't think about ahead of time. It's sometimes called like the avatar, the customer profile. Something uses different language like that. But the reason why it's important to know that is because you are probably super excited when you start your business. You're like, I am a healer, I am a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, whatever. And you know the things that you were excited for when you got into that field, right? You wanted to learn how to heal yourself, how to heal and alleviate the pain and suffering of others, or maybe you just wanted to learn how to change your mindset in a different way. Whatever it is for you, you are now in a totally different world being a practitioner than you were being a student. And so when you start the business, it's really easy to get caught up with what you know now versus what you knew back then. And when you're marketing, when you're trying to convey what you do and its benefits to those people, it's really helpful to put yourself in the mindset, in the paradigm that you were years earlier when you started. To me, when you're marketing, you are always talking to a earlier version of yourself, and it's very important to be aware of that, especially if you're in some sort of transformational or mentorship space, because you've gone through this big journey, you've learned a lot of things, you know the pitfalls, you know what ideas your mind creates about things, the misconceptions that you might have. And so when you start the business and you become that service provider or that mentor, that coach, you really get spotlight focused on where you're at now. And so marketing, when you're starting out, can be very simplified by just knowing that you are talking to somebody that is a earlier or younger version of yourself. So think about what things you were going through at that time. What did you care about? What ideas did you have? What misconceptions did you have? Uh, what were you looking to get out of it? What options were there? What drew you to that specific modality or field that you eventually got into and became a practitioner in? So that's number one. Marketing, you're talking to an earlier version of yourself. Number two, depending on what you offer, if you're an hourly service provider or if you are a course creator, you have an education platform, whatever it might be, you make physical products, you want to uh, do a little bit of research ahead of time about who you think your customer is, but ultimately you will get the most valuable data on your customer or the people that are attracted to you as an individual or the people attracted to your work. The most valuable data you will get is through actually having conversations with them, because you will start to see patterns. You will start to see their mindset and their paradigm and their worldview. So you might think, well, the people who are coming to me for this type of service or transformation is going to want to have A, B, C. But in reality, you talk to them and they're actually really concerned with something completely different. An example of this is like if you are a healer of some sort, whether it's holistic nutrition or whether you're actually, in like the more energetic, shamanic, spiritual healing realm. Um, you might think that people want to live a healthier life or have, a brighter aura or have more energy and vitality in their life because they want to go, um, maybe they want to go spend more time with their family. Maybe they want to go on these exciting adventures, or maybe they're just, they feel like they have all these impressions from people around them, right? That might be what you think it is. But then when you talk to these several people who are attracted to you, they're actually completely focused on, maybe it's like gut biome health, or maybe they're really concerned about wanting to know how to work with their own personal energy in a different way that is not available online. So just giving you some kind of ideas here, because we think that people are really interested in this one thing, but then when we talk to these profiles, to these actual people who are buying, that's the most important thing. The people who are purchasing your services are the people that you want to talk to and understand and interview the most, because people who are not buying your service are not resonating with your marketing message, right? So talk to the people who are purchasing something and get to know them really well. You will potentially start to see that they are attracted to you because of what they know about you. There's something that you give off, there's an expression, there's some type of energy that you give off. So getting to know that part of yourself a little bit more, and then getting to understand their, what actually gave them that buying decision to actually work with you, combining those things together gives you a very good market research or kind of data to move forward with. So those two things, you're talking to a younger version of yourself, that's the essence of marketing. And then two, actually spending time getting to know them and what they're actually interested in versus what you think they're interested in. So when you spend time getting to know them, you want to tailor those packages, services, or courses to that person specifically. If you're under that $10,000 a month mark, you are going to have a much higher success rate if you are actually positioning your service, product, course to that individual person that you are having dialogue with. The reason why you can do that is, one, you likely do not have a very big audience, and you may only know a little bit about your customer or that archetype that you're trying to serve. So having conversations with those people on a daily or weekly basis gives you much more information to know how you can serve them better as a kind of collective group or as an archetype. But for those people as individuals, they are going to reveal certain things to you that you may have never actually have thought of, or maybe they want to know how to apply what you do to their unique situation. And that is really how you can create a fantastic transformational experience for that person, is by giving them superb service, tailored service directly to them, while still not compromising what you're teaching, offering, or doing. You're just combining that individual value proposition for why it's going to be super relevant to them in their world and why they care about it, and marrying those two things together. When you get past that like $10,000, $15,000 a month mark, you start to have more market data and you start to have a bigger audience. Now that maybe is where you start to actually see the pattern on a bigger scale. And when you start running ads and doing things to grow and scale your business, you're pretty dialed in. But when you start and you have like a 3-month, 6-month program or an education course or something to that nature, start to get into the habit of having those conversations with those prospects, with those potential clients or customers, and understanding, one, why they're talking to you, why they see the value in what you do, where they're at in their own personal journey, and then learn to tailor the experience of your service or your offer directly to them. You'll have a much higher success rate in closed sales or closed deals. And you will ultimately also be able to learn more information that will become useful when you begin to expand and grow your business later on. So hope that has been some valuable marketing information to you. That is something that I wish somebody told me years ago. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will see you very soon on the flip side. Thanks so much. Later.